factor group or a quotient group. Let G be a group and H be normal subgroup of G, and as H is normal subgroup of G, there is no distinction between right and left cosets. In common, it is denoted by H suffix A. And set of all these cosets of H in G is denoted by G bar H. And G bar H, it is the collection of all H suffix A, where A belongs to G, is nothing but collection of all cosets. This set is going to form a factor group or a quotient group with this binary operation. The binary operation is H suffix A into H suffix B is equal to H suffix AB. For all H suffix A, H suffix B belongs to G bar H. This is the binary operation defined for factor group. Theorem. Let G bar H of all cosets of normal subgroup of G of a group G is a group under the binary operation defined by H suffix A into H suffix B, which is equal to H suffix AB, for all H suffix A, H suffix B belongs to G bar H. We have to prove that this set, which is a collection of all cosets, going to form a group with respect to this binary operation. Now firstly, closure law is obvious from this condition. Associative law. Let H suffix A, H suffix B, H suffix B belongs to G bar H. Now consider H suffix A into H suffix B into H suffix C. We have taken bracket for these two, which is equal to, by this condition, so what we will get? H suffix A into, for this we will get H suffix B into C. Again, by using that condition, we will get H suffix A of BC. So now by using associative law, so what you will get? H suffix AB of C. So which is equal to, by again using that condition, H suffix AB into H suffix C, which is equal to, so now again use this condition for this. So what we will get in the bracket? H suffix A into H suffix B into H suffix C. So we can observe that here associative law satisfied. Therefore the given binary composition is associative. Now existence of identity. We have to find out identity element for G bar H. Here we have taken E as a identity element of G. So therefore we will get H suffix E is equal to H, belongs to G bar H, because E is the identity element of G. Therefore now consider H suffix A into H, which is equal to H suffix A into H is nothing but H suffix E, which is equal to H suffix A into E, which is equal to A into E is nothing but A, because E is the identity element. Therefore H suffix A into E is equal to H suffix A. So in the similar way, we can prove that H into H suffix A is equal to H suffix A. Therefore here H is acting as an identity element of G bar H. Therefore H is the identity element of G bar H with respect to the binary operation defined here. Next, existence of inverse. We have to find out the inverse element here. That is, suppose HA belongs to G bar H, we have to find inverse element for this one. Let A belongs to G, then HA and HA inverse are the elements of G bar H, because G bar H contains elements of this kind. Now consider HA into H suffix A inverse, which is equal to H suffix AA inverse. So by using this condition, so which is equal to H suffix E, because A inverse is nothing but E, which is equal to, we will get it as H. So in the similar way, H suffix A inverse into H suffix A is equal to H. Therefore, when we multiply these two elements, we are getting identity element. Therefore, inverse of H suffix A is the H suffix A inverse. So, we got the inverse element for H suffix A. Therefore, inverse law also holds here. All the properties of group are satisfied. Therefore, G bar H is a group under the binary operation defined here. So, above defined group G bar H going to form a factor group. The definition: the group of G bar H of all cosets of normal subgroup H in G together with the binary composition defined by H suffix A into H suffix B, which is equal to H suffix A B for all H suffix A comma H suffix B belongs to G bar H, is called factor group or a quotient group of G with respect to H. This is not only a group, it is also going to form a abelian group. And also note that if H is a normal subgroup of a finite order, then order of G bar H is equal to order of G divided by order of H. So this is obvious by using Lagrange's theorem.